So, hello and welcome to week 32 this year. Week 32. Our topic for this week, as part of our weekly mindfulness-based stress reduction practices. So, these are all practices that have come from mindfulness literature and research that have been proven to show that they help to reduce stress. In fact, the founder of these practices, Kabat-Zinn, initially called it mindfulness-based suffering reduction, but chose to use the word stress because he felt suffering might be too confrontational, even though that's exactly what this is, suffering. And by suffering in mindfulness, we're talking more about just the human condition. The human condition as a person living in the world dealing with stress, because stress is part of life. And so this is week number 32. And this week I'm calling this week equanimity, 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 finding balance in the midst of stress. Equanimity, finding balance in the midst of stress. Let's begin with a quote by Sharon Salzberg. Equanimity, Sharon says, is the spaciousness that allows all things to happen. Equanimity is the spaciousness that allows all things to happen. That word equanimity, sometimes quite hard to even pronounce it. Um, when I came across that word, I struggled to first of all understand what it meant. Now I know that it means calmness and composure. That's what equanimity means, calmness and composure. Have you ever had a manager that you reported to, a leader that you worked with, or just a friend that you know that despite whatever happens, they somehow or the other always come across as calm and composed? I remember I had such a leader, actually such a manager. My mind goes back to many years ago in London, and I had this leader, and he was a tall man, Simon, and nothing fazed Simon. Whatever happened, it felt like water off a duck's back. And I really admired him. And I guess I began to try, and try is not the word, but I wanted to emulate him, to be calm despite what happens. Simon, I think, embodied equanimity. Whether you're thinking of work, thinking of tomorrow, and sometimes you're not thinking of anything, you just notice that there's this going on the inside. You're not quite sure why. And what we tend to do when we feel this going on is we tend to want to stop it immediately. And therein lies the problem. Equanimity is all about acceptance, being calm in the face of that going on. Emotions come and go like clouds in the sky. A cloud is there 1 minute and the next minute is gone. This is there 1 minute, next minute it's gone. Equanimity says to us, accept this, knowing, this is the important bit though, knowing rather that this too will pass. And so let's do a very simple practice for equanimity. And you notice that I'm saying that now, my eyes have automatically closed. And you can leave yours open if you want. And if your eyes are closed too, you begin to notice a few things happen. Perhaps you begin to notice your breathing a bit more than normal. You become more aware of your body. You don't need to change how your body is. Just notice how your body is currently located. Just how it currently is. I'm wearing socks, so I can feel my feet, my 2 feet in my socks, perched on the ground. The palm of my hands are my 2 knees. And I'm feeling the small of my back against the back of the chair. I'm sitting as erect as possible with my head ever so slightly tilted. Notice how you are sitting. Notice the inhale and the exhale happening to you. Notice any sounds around you, perhaps the sound of a TV in the distance, the humming of a computer. And notice how, as these things happen, the sounds, the breathing, the location of your body, perhaps noticing too any emotions and sensations that you feel in the body. Is there a sense of arising or emerging calm? And if there's not, welcome that into. Welcome the fact that you may not be feeling that calmness. Welcome that in, knowing that this too will pass. So this is equanimity, maintaining with intention, composure, and calm in the face of stress, emotionality, reactivity, focusing on the breath and remaining calm. And if your mind wanders as we sit here together, just in a sense of equanimity, feeling the body, noticing the breathing, listening to the sounds, doing so without getting caught up in them. If your mind wanders, that's okay. That's what the mind does. Allow it to happen and intentionally bring it back to the breathing and to this sense of calm, this pervading sense of calm, which is always here as an undercurrent. Now taking one gentle breath in and one more. And this final breath, let it remind you of this practice. Taking this practice away with you as you leave here, practicing on the go and in the midst of real situations as they arise in your day-to-day, including the forthcoming week. Thank you for joining this practice today. And so we end again with this quote by Sharon Salzberg. Equanimity is the spaciousness. Yeah, the spaciousness. Equanimity is the spaciousness that allows all things to happen. See you next week.